Among the gravestones in the Iraqi Kurdish city of Halabja, Zimnako Muhammad Ahmad reflects on his remarkable journey back home. There are some 5,000 names here, including several of Zimnako's relatives. All victims of Saddam Hussein's chemical weapons attack on the city 30 years ago.
This is actually my name, my family, and this whole city, they thought that I am dead.
Zimnako was 3 months old when Iraqi planes bombed Halabja on March 16, 1988, with a lethal cocktail of chemical weapons. It was one of the deadliest ever gas attacks carried out on civilians. With his parents presumed dead, Iranian soldiers who controlled the city during the war with Iraq evacuated the infant Zimnako to Iran.
This is my Iranian mother and me.
A widowed nurse, Kubra Hamipur, adopted him and named him Ali. Tragically, she was involved in a traffic accident and died from her injuries.
I lost her when I was 17. But whenever I talk about her, she grew me up like her child.
With the loss of his adoptive mother, Zimnako set off to find his roots. She had told him he was a survivor of the Halabja attack, so Zimnako contacted Kurdish officials in Iraq. DNA testing through a lab in Jordan identified Zimnako's biological mother as Fatima Hamad Saleh, and the two were reunited in 2009.
I can say I found my mother, and at the same time I found myself as well.
Today, Zimnako lives with his wife and 1-year-old daughter Maya in the Iraqi Kurdish city of Sulaymaniyah.
The existence of Maya in my life proved that I am alive and my life is continuing.
He's had to adjust to a new language, a new culture, and to Sunni Islam after growing up as a Shiite Muslim. His biological mother is helping him raise his little girl.
This is my father, Muhammad.
Zimnako learned he was the only child from his biological family to survive. His sister, 4 brothers, and father all died in the chemical attack, which the Iraqi High Criminal Court ruled in 2010 was an act of genocide against the Kurds.
Their absence is always in my daily life. Every day I think about them.
Through stories from surviving relatives, like his uncle Ibrahim, Zimnako has discovered more about the family he never knew.
Yes.
Ibrahim lost his wife and 5 children in the attack. One child, Afan, survived but went missing in the chaos afterwards. Ibrahim hopes his son is still alive and will also return home. The Halabja Lost Children's Commission says more than 170 children are still missing. Their names are listed inside Halabja's memorial monument. But Sarhel Ghaffar, the memorial director, says it doesn't tell the whole story. More than 70 families in Halabja are waiting for DNA results on 4 more surviving children who've been found. The genetic tests are now done in the United Kingdom after an Iraqi lab was accused of misidentifying the parents in a previous case. Dr. Farhad Barzinji was at the center of that controversy. He stands by his results and says more emotional support is needed for adoptees reunited with their biological parents.
The psychologists and sociologists should work with both of them, whether they accept each other or not. This part is missing in the society.
For Zimnako, there are no doubts about his identity. His name in Halabja's memorial cemetery has been painted green to symbolize that he's very much alive. He now campaigns for the global destruction of chemical weapons.
And unfortunately, they are used these days in Syria and in other places. This is not acceptable. This is when I really feel the pain. Because I lost my family, I don't want anyone else to have the same feeling.